Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain. Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Film Artsy. I'm your guy Trevor Baker, and today we're going to talk about Michael B. Jordan potentially coming back as Killmonger. Recently, Marvel announced a whole new slate of movies coming to us within like the next 2 to 3 years. In the midst of a pandemic, it's kind of cool to see that they're definitely working overtime to deliver a lot more Marvel content than they have in the past. We got things announced like Ms. Marvel's, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor, Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, and of course we're here today for the movie Wakanda Forever. We're just continuing. It'll be the second movie in the Black Panther saga. Of course, when these were announced, there was speculation, theories, and tons of other videos hitting the internet in massive amounts. Why? Because we all have a lot of questions about what we're going to see in this new phase of the post-blip era in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Questions such as, is this Thor's last movie? What does that look like? Are we going to get Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the new Spider-Man movie? Well, I hope so. What is Wanda and Doctor Strange's relationship going to be like after the new series of WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness? What the heck is an Eternal, and are these really going to fit into what we already got in the Marvel Universe? And the one burning question, and why we're here today, is what does Wakanda Forever look like, especially moving past the loss of Chadwick Boseman? Last year, we received shocking and really saddening news that Chadwick Boseman passed away from his battle with cancer. The reason this was so significant is the way he held himself as a person was beautiful and professional and inspiring, but also the way he played the role of Black Panther is one that cannot be forgotten. And what I really enjoy is Marvel saying it's not going to be recasted. This means a lot to me, I'm sure to a lot of other fans, because Black Panther is Chadwick Boseman. There's no changing that. That being said, you do have to move forward and consider what does that story look like as you start making more movies for this next iteration in the Marvel Universe. There's been a lot of theories and speculation that Shuri will pick up the mantle of Black Panther, which I think would be very, very, very cool. And we have multiple reports from people who work on these movies saying that they're going to explore a lot of the other stories in the Wakandan universe. One speculation that's been coming around is that Killmonger is coming back. Michael B. Jordan might be coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, we did just have an interview with him saying that there's like a 2% chance of that, but we've also had multiple reports saying that Wakanda Forever is still a pretty big blank canvas, so a lot of it's not laid out. So I definitely think there's still a thread of possibility that this could happen, and I wonder if this little speculation has come from perhaps a meeting room where someone threw it out there, hey, what if we did bring him back? Why would you bring a villain back is a really good question. I mean, we don't see this happen all the time, or I guess with Spider-Man we are going to see it happen, but typically villains we lay to the rest and that's done. And particularly it sounds like Killmonger not only would be coming back, but he would be coming back as a hero. Why do that? I think this has a lot to do with how impactful Michael B. Jordan's performance as Killmonger was. He was not just a villain who did bad things. In fact, he was a villain that had conviction. Michael B. Jordan's performance as Killmonger is one that will go down in the long history as one of the best villains ever produced by Marvel. The reason for this is a lot of times when we get a villain, they're just like, I'm bad and I do bad things. That's not a very compelling story. It's not very interesting. This is why Thanos worked really well, because his conviction was so great that he was willing to kill his daughter for it, and he was willing to sacrifice everything at all costs to try to balance the universe. The same with Killmonger and Black Panther is he was wanting to unlock the wealth, riches, and technology of Wakanda and to equip the oppressed people all throughout the world to no longer be oppressed, to overcome that oppression. This conviction even resonated with Black Panther himself. Unfortunately, they diverged on the execution of that plan. Obviously, Killmonger's was one of violence, and Black Panther was there's a way to do this that's peaceful and uniting. At the end of Black Panther, we do have Killmonger dying, and it seems pretty definitive. Even Black Panther offers the resources to take care of him, and he doesn't want it. He just wants to see the sun set and to pass away and peacefully. So that leads to the question, how the heck are we going to get Killmonger back into the Black Panther saga? How do you do that tastefully? So I've got a couple theories that I think could pan out, and that's some things that I'd really like to see if he does come back, and maybe how the story will work out in this new movie.
Before we continue our video, I just want to let you guys know that we have a really cool Instagram that updates on a regular basis. So if you like all things Marvel, this is the Instagram for you. So go follow that filmartsy Instagram right now. You won't regret it, I promise you. Seriously, open Instagram right now and click that follow button. Now back to the video.
First, you could have the story that he did get preserved after Black Panther 1. There's no indication that he did truly die, and with the Wakanda technology, they're more than capable of taking his body, preserving it, freezing it, whatever, and eventually resuscitating him to be back into life, back into the universe, back into Wakanda. A couple things with this is there would be a lot that still had to change. Killmonger still wasn't fully transformed as an individual, and perhaps seeing the innovations that Wakanda's made and the access that it's given to all the people throughout the world would have a change of heart, but he's still rough around the edges, and he did cause a mass uprising in Wakanda, and I'm not sure his ideology would change so simply. It might be hard to believe that that truly took place. That being said, I do think there's another theory out there that plays a little bit nicer into this Wakanda Forever movie and Michael B. Jordan coming back as Killmonger. We are already setting down the groundwork that there's going to be multiple dimensions, multiple universes. We see this even in Endgame, as is mentioned by the Ancient One, that when you take Infinity Stone out, there's diverging timelines. We're going to see this in the Loki series where he's going through time, and whether he's fixing what he's messed up or that's kind of his new job now. So it's plausible to think that there's another version of Killmonger that exists out there who is either operating as Black Panther or operating as Black Panther's partner in a different universe, which would have been his role if he had not been taken away from Wakanda at a young age. I really like this theory because it gives Michael B. Jordan an opportunity to recreate the character of Killmonger and actually make him the Wakandan version that doesn't exist in the current universe. What this also allows is perhaps starting to weave that overlapping multidimensional theory and giving us some different takes on characters. It's almost like the What If series. Well, what if, Star-Lord was actually, Black Panther, and what if Captain America was, Peggy? So it does bring up a lot of interesting points. So I think this would be very cool, and it would give a fresh look. It might have some just a cool new suit. So I particularly like this theory. So if we did add Killmonger back into the universe, I do think there's some cool storylines that could play out. First, you do have the crossing of universes, and him coming back might off-put the Wakandans of the current universe, and Killmonger of the other universe would realize, oh, who he was in this life was not a great guy, or one who took ideologies down a wrong direction. That would be an interesting dialogue between him and the current Wakandan operations. I don't know exactly how it gets there, but I do have someone who would be maybe the key role for this happening. So at the end of WandaVision, we do have Wanda becoming the Scarlet Witch, right? And she's teaming up with Doctor Strange. Now, if you know anything about the comics, there's one character who also is quite a formidable sorcerer, and they did just get the rights to these characters. Yes, that's right, Doctor Doom. I think Doctor Doom could play a very critical role in the next Wakandan movie. This is the one I want to see come to the big screen, the villain that I want to see happen, or he's really a confusing villain as well. He's not quite all the way evil, but he's definitely hungry for power, and he has a lot of interaction in the Black Panther comics. He's a formidable foe to Black Panther and the Wakandans. I think his sorcerer power, along with what Wanda's been doing in Doctor Strange and No Way Home Spider-Man, that we could see Doctor Doom being a way for that path or bridge between Wakandans for that Killmonger to come over. Whether that's Doctor Doom in the one, breaking the reality over there, or Doctor Doom in the current reality, breaking barriers there. I do think this is what the storyline moving forward is going to be, sorcerers and people like Wanda really messing up the multiverse. That being said, tell me what you think about Killmonger rejoining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Do you like that? Do you think it should be laid to rest? Do you think Michael B. Jordan's performance should be preserved in that one movie? Let me know in the comments. And once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, see you later.